So good noon, everybody. Hope all are doing very well. And since this is a time of entrepreneurs and literally everybody, government and it's all the official bodies of the government, everybody are engaged in motivating and supporting these entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurship culture. So I, Aditi, Training and Placement Officer, I take the privilege to welcome our expert speaker of the day. And we are today celebrating the World Entrepreneurship Day. We have an amazingly young entrepreneur, Ms.Neha Juneja. Let me take a toast to introduce our expert speaker of the day to you all. Ms. Neha Juneja, she is the one very young personality, and she's an experienced technical management and legal professional from from having 9 years of experience and in strategy consulting, government affairs, social services, legal affairs, etc. She completed her bachelor's in biotechnology from JP Institute of Information Technology, and thereafter went to pursue her master's degree in LLM in intellectual property and competition law from the Max Institution in Munich, Germany. She's currently working as a consultant with KPMG India. So without any further ado, may I please hand over the session and all the audience to our speaker, Neha Juneja ma'am.
Thank you, Aditi. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. I'm honored. And hi, everyone. Thank you, Divya, as well, for this opportunity. Thank you, Apurva, and everyone else for joining in today. So, as we are, celebrating the World Entrepreneurship Day, and we also know that in today's time, there's a huge boom in terms of, you know, like young entrepreneurs. There are a lot of opportunities for the youth of today. There's so many young people who begin their careers with their jobs in different sectors, different fields, different areas, etc., and grow on to becoming their own bosses. And there are many different reasons for it, and specifically in our country. I am currently in Bangalore, and if I may say that this city is full of young entrepreneurs. This state, in fact, is full of so many very young entrepreneurs, very bright minds who are working in different sectors, starting from aerospace and defense, which is a major cluster, industrial cluster in Karnataka, to healthcare, to pharmaceuticals, to biotechnology, to IT, information technology, which is a big sector. And why I think they want to become their own bosses or get into the area of entrepreneurship is because they are keen to they keen to explore their skill sets, they're keen to hone their skill sets, and they are also keen to take risks. They're eager to take risks. They're eager to learn more, because when you're an entrepreneur, you have much more responsibility. Because you're running, or you're starting, or you're starting your own venture. You need from managing, from the administration point of view, to execution, to technical advancement, to operations, to getting the funding. Everything you have to do along with your team. So primarily, what is very important to become a entrepreneur is that spirit within yourself. If you have that spirit within yourself to do something, to achieve something on your own, then definitely you will be an entrepreneur. And then, of course, there are practical decisions also, which I think young people take these days. There are so many subsidies, there's so many policies these days which are being offered by the government of India and state government. There are startup initiatives which are being led by government of India for young entrepreneurs. They are being supported. A lot of women entrepreneurs are also being supported. A lot of industry associations are there which support the development and growth, and the development growth of these young entrepreneurs, whether it is despite this irrespective of the gender. But I would say personally, being a woman, and I would like to lay emphasis on this, I see there are quite a few girls here. And what I would like to say is that, if you have the drive to become an entrepreneur and in a certain area to pursue your passion, you should go ahead, because there are so many opportunities and so many possibilities in which you can bloom and shine. There are obviously a lot of risks and obviously a lot of obstacles, and which will come in, which will hinder your path, which will cause hindrance in your path, which will create issues, but then you will learn from it. Okay, either you will fail or you will succeed. If you have the zeal and zest, you will definitely succeed. There are so many emerging technological areas like information technology. Everything is based. We are living in a digital world. We are living in an internet based world where we get a lot of support, where everything is just a call away. I think during the COVID time, all the more we learned that we all can work remotely and still, carry on with our businesses, carry on with our jobs. So it's not like everything has failed during COVID. I work for a very big multinational corporation and we were all working from home. We were all, luckily, our jobs were safe. Luckily, we were getting our salaries and everything. But at the same time, in all, it's a complete business which people at the top management level or at any level have to execute and have to work out. There are definitely a lot of challenges, there are definitely a lot of risks which are involved, but then uh, you should go ahead with it. I'm sure all of you young minds have different passions, different sectors which you want to work in. Somebody may be wanting to work in the healthcare sector, somebody may be wanting to work in the IT sector, or launch apps, do something related to integrate different sectors, like do something related to artificial intelligence, or maybe have your own law firms, or maybe have your own businesses, family business. You want to join family business, even that is entrepreneurship. You want to kind of have your own startup, even that is entrepreneurship. There are many successful startups. If you would see, you will see Byju's, which is really progressing in the area of education. You have Zomato and Swiggy, which everybody orders almost on a daily basis, at least once. Not everybody, but yeah, at least 60-70% of the people, young people in fact, who are working, who don't have the time or energy to cook, who don't have the means to cook at home, they order. There are so many different kind of healthcare apps wherein you can get a customized diet plan, or you can get food, you can get keto diets, you can get different kind of facility, different services you can avail. So therefore it totally depends on the person, what they want, which area they want to penetrate, they want to focus on, which sector they want to focus on. So my take would be, and my key advice would be, that if you have the means to go, but there are so many other practical and important factors which you must take into consideration. Like, if you want to begin your own startup, do you have a strong team? Because you cannot do everything by yourself. Nobody is perfect in everything. Somebody will be more suitable for policy making, somebody will be more suitable for making business plans, somebody would be more suitable for making business proposals, somebody would be doing the work in terms of funding, getting more funding into the system. Somebody would be good at administration and operations. So you need a strong team, or you can also hire the team. But do you have some one or two close people or mentors or guides who can actually guide you about entrepreneurship or the area? You should do a market analysis or market study of which area you're focusing on, or which area you're kind of concentrating on, whether your business has a chance of succeeding. Yes. So whether your business has a chance of succeeding or not, so you should do some background research, and you should, okay. So, and also you should, yeah, hi. Am I visible? Hopefully I'm visible. Hi, I'm in my office. So yeah. So there's
It's
little, the
completely
light is an issue. Sorry.
May I please request all the other participants to keep your, yourselves on mute, and I request my IT team kindly take care of the same so that our speaker does not get interrupted in between. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. So one needs to definitely do some background research on, market research on the sector which you want to work in, or you want to pursue your entrepreneurship in, your startup, you want to build your startup in, whether that's a lucrative, a good or productive market or not. Number two, do you have a strong team to go ahead and work with, sincere people who would like to come on board with you and sincerely work towards something. Number three, do you have the funding? Do you have the necessary means to execute it? Some people take the risk, they even take bank loans, they even take, there are subsidies and bank loans for young entrepreneurs, for in this area. Basically, government is providing a lot of subsidies under different schemes and policies, so one can definitely avail all of that. And also focus is important. Your complete, you have to be very sincere and serious towards whatever goals you want to achieve, then only, because it's about your investments, it's about your time, your money, uh, and the people's money. There are so many venture capitalist firms. Okay, the firms, in a simple way I would like to explain, firms which do investments into good businesses or good business proposals. You have to be very thorough with what you are writing. You have to be very thorough with regards to your market research. You have to be very thorough with everything you do when you do get into entrepreneurship. And if you become successful, then, and you have to also do branding and marketing. So many times what the kind of challenges which people face is lack of guidance. Okay, there are so many people out there who do not have the guidance, who do not have mentorship or the support from really strong people, or from experts who would be able to kind of guide you, who would be able to guide you in the process, who would be able to kind of make your strengthen your path. So that is something which is, which sometimes is missing, and that is something which you need. Next is obviously, when you're a startup, you need some experienced people on board as well. So when you need experienced people, sometimes young people face issue is with the fund. There is a lot of fund, or there's a lot of money crunch. Okay, so they have to kind of they have limited resources, they don't have ample cash flows, they do not have ample cash flows. And the issue is that, just a second, sorry, yeah. So the thing is that, there are so many experienced people um, who you need to hire or bring on board. So sometimes, I mean, I would not say that's like a huge, that is not like really a major challenge. But sometimes there's a crunch in cash flows. You have to manage your expenses very well. You need to learn to, hire the right kind of resources. So you need experienced people on board, and you need to pay them for that, basically. Number one. Number two, you need to remain within your legal boundaries. You need to follow the rules and regulations. You need to pay taxes. You need to be aware of all those guidelines. You need to be, so basically, whenever there is a startup, it is classified as micro, small, medium enterprise. Okay, it could be micro means people and businesses working at rural levels, at very small levels, maybe less than even 1 crore, maybe less than even 25 to 50 lakhs, even less than that. So there are so many people from rural areas who are pursuing entrepreneurship at a village level, at a district level. So that is also entrepreneurship. Then there are people pursuing it. Then there are micro, small enterprises, maybe something like 10 crores, their turnover or their net worth is 10 crores or 5 crores, that is called a small firm. Or 1 crore, that is a very small enterprise. So it could be in any area. It could be in the area of handicrafts. It could be in the area of it could be in case of artisans, handicrafts, or small products, or niche products. Let's say, in some or at some village level or at some district level, people are producing, they're producing some very handmade products, but they are very limited in number. Then there are small enterprises, or maybe at district level. So they are small enterprises. Then there is micro, small, medium enterprises. Medium is basically who have a MSME total, I would say something which will have a business above 25 crores, 30 crores. Somebody has a pharmaceutical company which is worth 300, 200 crores. But then there are a lot of, or somebody has an IT company which is worth, let's say, 50 crores, 100 crores, 70 crores. So those are the kind of enterprises which classify as micro, small, medium enterprises, as I just said. So you have to be, there are a lot of, as I said, policies and schemes, but also if once you establish your business, there are a lot of factors, as I mentioned, which you need to take into consideration. And besides that, you need to follow the legal processes. You need to register your company under the Companies Act. Some of, if somebody has learned some part of law, you may know that. Then also you need to maintain your consistency in terms of ethics. You need to kind of be a good leader. I would say good leader, as in somebody, I won't say leaders are always harsh or always polite or always nice, but then you have to be somebody who is very what you call compassionate and passionate at the same level. Sorry. So you should be able to guide others. You should be able to kind of strengthen not just your own skills, but strengthen the skills of other people as well. You should be in a position to kind of be able to guide others, because you're an entrepreneur yourself. You're carrying a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So in all these, entrepreneurship in a big way is a huge responsibility and a job in itself. But then if you love your job, you can definitely be in a position to kind of execute it well. You will definitely be in a position to kind of work towards it well and in a successful manner. So if I may ask, you may write it in the chat box. How many of you would like to become entrepreneurs? Just to understand. You're free to write it in the chat box and I'll know the number. Or somebody can write on behalf of the, department. And I'm sure like you're from the, looks like CS IT department has joined. So there are so many people, so many students who would like to kind of become, okay. Hi, Gurvinder. Good to know. So what is the area, Aradhana? Good. So the thing is that, what are the areas or what is the sector in which you would like to pursue entrepreneurship in? You may write the sector as well if you're interested, if you're keen. Some girls may even want to do something related to fashion, or something related to, fashion designing, something related to interior decoration. And I'm not like typecasting it or kind of tagging it to girls only. Healthcare, okay, good. What kind of, so whatever venture you want to kind of do in healthcare, whether it is related to medicines, whether it, education, very good. I'm doing a project in education and skill development right now. Education is a very good sector, whether it is related to higher education. There are so many, or is it related, or it is related to skilling. So the thing is, there are so many what you call areas which you can explore in healthcare, whether it is starting from setting up hospitals to providing healthcare services to kind of counseling people, mental health counseling. There are so many things you can do. You can become a mental health coach if somebody wants that. Management, okay, great. So whatever management, again, it's like management is in itself management can be in any area. Okay, basically management is, yes, management, the word itself says that you need to manage something. Now what is it that you need to manage? It depends on you. What is it that you desire? It depends on you, basically. So whether it is healthcare, whether it is education, whether it is fashion designing, whether it is so there are different aspects of entrepreneurship. You can, different sectors which you can kind of pursue, or you can penetrate, or you can go into. And again, if there are so many young people who form a group, who are group of friends, who form groups, and they, kind of focus on pursuing this entrepreneurship, the journey of entrepreneurship, basically entrepreneurial journey. You need to also, in the process, you sorry, you need to trust people. You need to have very trustworthy and faithful people who would be there with you in the long run, who would like to be a part of this journey with you, and who would like to be successful. Uh, and obviously, success and money, fame, name, everybody wants in life. Nobody, I think there would be no one who would say, oh, at a young age, that I don't want this, I don't want money, but I want to kind of. And at the same time, it's just a suggestion, or it's just an advice. Uh, Whenever you guys in future become, entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs, do indulge in some social activities as well, wherein you are able to help people socially, like in the education sector. If you're doing some, if you're kind of giving some services in return for a fee, or if you're charging for some services, do also look into the, educational growth, or look into educating people from rural areas or poor people. Try helping them as well. It is just not a good cause, but it'll get you a lot of blessings as well. It'll get you a lot of highlight as well, if some people want. It's a good upliftment of the poorer sections, is always a good area. And there are so many ways in which you can support the government. There's so many ways in which you can support these sections, through the self-help groups, through NGOs, etc. So whatever area, whether it is healthcare, whether it is education, or it is some other area which you think is what you're passionate about, then try also helping people from the weaker sections of the society, uh, while you're pursuing your passion, while you're pursuing your goals, while you're trying to achieve your goals. So this is what I would like to convey on to you all on World Entrepreneurship Day. And it's good to know that at least a handful of people, we also try within my, organization, we try to groom people as entrepreneurs. We try to groom young students and people working at studying at universities, that as entrepreneurs. It's also very important to train yourself in soft skills. Communication skills is very important. If you can learn some new languages besides English, Hindi, or Punjabi, whatever you speak, German, French, you'll be able to, that will help you in launching your business overseas. That will also help you in growing in the process, because our dreams are not limited to just doing business and businesses, or kind of pursuing our passions in one. It's not location restrictive. It should not restrict you from going and penetrating areas or sectors, or countries or locations where your business would actually do well. So um, just make sure that you have very strong communication skills. Work on your English language skills, work on soft skills, work on how to write emails, how to write professional emails. Do some short courses on that. There are so many digital literacy platforms which are offering courses in entrepreneurship management, very short courses for students like you. So you can look into these courses, which will help you groom, which will help you enhance and hone your skills over a period of time. So journey from entrepreneurship does not begin suddenly. It is a process, and it can start now. Now that you guys are young, you guys are studying, so you can start thinking now, and it'll take you some time to kind of uh, navigate your path to your goal, to your end goal, to what you want to pursue, basically. Okay, so I wish you all very good luck. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And since it's a working day and I'm getting calls, so I would have to kind of, sorry, but I'll have to kind of sign off soon in the next 4-5 minutes. Um, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Since ma'am, we are running out of time,
Yeah,
I'll ask students to leave the questions with your teachers so that we can ask you later on if any.
sure, sure.
And yeah. So thank you so much. Definitely, we could see that since this session was short and crisp, but it was something from a ground level what the students are when on their journey to become an entrepreneur, what are the basic skills they need, and what are
Yeah,
the basic things they need to know. So it was really nice interacting with you, and I could see especially the girls coming in as the rising entrepreneurs in the chat box, which seems to be a very nice, and the beauty of today's lecture, and the beauty of the coming world.
yeah.
um, I'd like to convey, heart full of gratitude for sparing your time out of your busy schedule, for our students, to interact with them and give your inputs, which they actually need, and that's very essential these days. So thank you so much for sparing this time, and may I please request the IT team to present the the creative we have, the award, the recognition, um, from our end, from the university side, to our experts today.
Thank you so much, all of you. And I'm very happy to see a lot of girls here. And not that, yeah, I'm very, very happy to see a lot of girls. And I'm sure you'll be very successful entrepreneurs, because I see that, you have that zest and zeal to at least hear someone out and take guidance on how you can move forward. It's very, and girls should empower each other, always support each other. Then only you'll be very, successful in whatever you do. God bless you all, and hope to speak to you all again. Hope to interact sometime again. And thanks a lot for your time, and take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Neha.
Thank you, Adi.
Thanks to all the teachers joining in. Thanks to all the students, to our IT team, to our media team. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And lastly, I again request the IT team to please present. And so, Neha, we will be, sharing this creative with you over the email as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a small, token of love from
Sure,
our
sure. Thank
end.
you. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
a
you so
lot.
much.
Thank you, Aditi.
Thank you everybody for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.